Big games bring out the best in big stars. For the defending state champs, it's been a new kid on the block whose ability to run the ball has helped them knock on the door of another state final appearance. Cyrus Britt looks to bring it again tonight in the Big Star's biggest game of his career. For the visitors tonight from Anne Arundel County, it's been a wild ride on the back of running back Josh Furman that has brought them to within 2 wins of a first ever state title. Josh Furman looks to bring it again tonight in the Big Star's biggest game of his career. A trip to Baltimore is on the line tonight for these 2 big stars and their teammates, the Sherwood Warriors and Old Mill Patriots in the Class 4A semifinals on the VOLI Sports Montgomery County High School Game of the Week on Verizon Fios 1. Hi again, everybody. I'm Scott Wyckoff along with Al Thomas. It is the Class 4A state semifinals tonight. You can see our breath a little bit. It's cooled off a little bit, but these 2 teams are red hot coming in. First of all, the Sherwood Warriors, 1 win away, coach, from defending their state championship.
Yeah, they got to feel pretty good getting here because so many of them are underclassmen. There's some real questions tonight. I'm going to wait till the game starts to see. A couple of their best players are really banged up. We'll see what happens. I'm not real sure, 1 or 2 of them, if they're going to be able to play or not.
And you talk about a team that's really right now led by junior Sherwood High School. Cyrus Britt, what a year he has had. He wasn't even on your team last year.
Now, he moved up here from Carroll High School. You know, he was going to one of them private schools, but he's really been a big addition. But they have a guy playing behind him who's very, very, very good also, Kai Hopkins, so we'll see what happens.
And also depth at running back with guys that are able to run the football, like an Alex Cole, who can also catch the ball. But it's been A.J. Pignone, the junior. I guess when you're playing your 13th game of the season, you're really not an inexperienced junior anymore.
Yeah, it's important. He's had some games when he's been terrific, but he's had a couple games where he started off slow, and he can't do that tonight. Field is not in good shape at all, not at all. Anyone gets a jump a lead, it might be tough.
And also, it's Phil Dirty on a defense that's going to have to play well tonight to get back to a state title game.
Yeah, well, Phil's always tough. Phil's always going to knock you in the nose, so you don't have to worry about that.
And for the Old Mill Patriots, they also come in at 10-2, and they are led by everything there, fullback and linebacker Josh Furman.
Yeah, they run the ball really well. In fact, a lot of times they'll play a tackle at tight end because they want that big guy up there, which means that kid can't go out for a pass because of his number. But it doesn't matter. They're going to pound that ball.
And also, you just can't key on him. Jason Clements, also amazing to have 2 running backs over 1,000 yards in one season.
Yeah, well, last week they scored 58 points against Arundel. So that's like 4 games for a lot of teams.
So it's Old Mill and Sherwood, the State 4A semifinals. The kickoff is next on the VOLI Sports Montgomery County High School Game of the Week on Verizon Fios 1. It is standing room only, as you might imagine, here at Caruso Stadium tonight at Sherwood High School for the Class 4A state semifinals. Sherwood Warriors and the Old Mill Patriots. Andy Estrain, the senior, on the kick for Sherwood. Back deep for Old Mill.
Sherwood won the toss.
They do the short kick, taken for the fair catch. And that's
Sherwood,
where the Old Mill offense will start. They'll have some good field position, but Sherwood didn't want to kick it to Josh Furman.
No, but they wanted to kick deeper than that. I didn't like that. That's too short. They wanted to toss and divert to second half. But you got to put that ball down about on the 30, not the 43.
So 1st and 10 for the high-powered Old Mill Patriots offense. They are averaging 38 points games this season. They'll start out of the I formation. Josh Furman right up the middle, puts his head down, hit and pulled down, close to midfield, taken down at the 47-yard line. What a week he had last week. The senior running back, 42 carries, 414 yards, and 6 touchdowns in Old Mill's 58-55 double overtime win over Arundel.
Old Mill going unbalanced here. ISO.
Furman off tackle, tries to kick it outside, breaks 1 tackle, and then he is taken down by Jamal Merritt. Junior defensive back comes up to make the tackle on Furman.
Ole Mill, they're playing without a tight end. They play 3 tackles. That means, of course, the one guy can't go out for a pass, but boy, it gives you a tough guy blocking on the edge. ISO again.
Third straight
First down.
handoff and third carry for a first down to Josh Furman into Sherwood territory. 1st and 10 for Old Mill at the Sherwood 41-yard line. This first quarter is sponsored by BG Products, delivering quality every day. Find out how BG Products makes your vehicles last longer and perform better in the meantime. Go to bgprod.com for more information and a local retailer. Opening drive of the night. 3 plays from scrimmage, all 3 to number 3,
Pro.
Josh Furman.
Quarterback
Quarterback keeper, Joe Thornton, drilled. First tackle of the night by the leading tackler, Sherwood, Phil Doherty.
Yeah, the Sherwood coaches told me that they'll run 5-6 quarterback sneaks every game. He's probably calling that on the line. Looks to the gap and took it.
He ran right into Phil Doherty. His
They can't lose him.
138th tackle of the season. Down, slow to get up.
They can't lose him. He's holding his knee.
I think
That
it's
is
Josh.
not good.
I think we're getting word that it's Josh Hertz.
Nose guard.
Plays both ways. Offensive tackle. Nose guard on defense. Talked about him before. A great all-state wrestler. Down in the field right now. 6'3", 202. There's a good look at Joe Thornton, senior quarterback. Another transfer from Glen Burnie High School. 6'2", 185. And what a wild game Old Mill had last week.
Get up, Josh. Doesn't look good at all. He's limping bad. Oh, Pro into the short side. It's going to hurt them losing Josh, 2-way starter.
That's Chad Hicks at the bottom of your
Pro
screen.
to the wide side.
First possession of the night. Old Mill with the ball in Sherwood territory. Joe Thornton gets the call. They'll work out of the I formation. 10-12 left to go in the scoreless first quarter. Josh Furman up the middle, breaks a tackle over the 30 to the 29-yard line. Taken down by Phil Doherty, but not before he moves the chains for the second time tonight on the 5th carry of the night for Josh Furman.
Block down, kick out, wrap the guard. Naughty got a bit tougher when that guy's trying to kick him out.
Furman gets
Twins.
a breather. Jason Clements,
Ice.
the eye back.
Bounce.
Clements
Bounce.
bounces it outside. Looks to turn it upfield. Does. Knocked down at the 20-yard line. First carry of the night for the other senior running back, Jason Clements, 5'10", 187. He has already run for 1,000 yards this season.
Running ice over here, split inside. They have it stopped. Bounces outside. They got to get it back up here and make that tackle.
Second down and short for the Patriots from the Sherwood 21-yard line. Goddard in motion. Hand off to
Tackle
Clements. Spins left. Hit at the line of scrimmage. Bowls
First
forward
down.
to the 15-yard line.
Ugh.
Jason Clements' second run of the night picks up first down yardage. Comes off himself to get a breather. That 1-2 punch out of the backfield for Old Mill.
Nothing fancy. ISO and Teds, that's what they're running.
First and 10 for Old Mill from the Sherwood 16-yard line.
Toss.
The toss goes to Josh Furman. Furman turns the corner, spins after picking up 4 yards on the carry. 42 times Josh Furman carried the ball last week in their double overtime win. He's already carried it 8 times tonight.
Yep.
Good push by that Old Mill offensive
That's
line.
what they do. Unbalanced into the short side.
That's Furman, the eye back.
ISO.
Off left tackle, down to the 5. Looks down to about the 4-yard line.
That might be a first down.
It is a first down and goal now for Old Mill. 10-2. They've had to beat 2 undefeated teams to get here in the playoffs. Only losses this year to Arundel during the regular season and Broadneck. Pat Soleno and his Sherwood coaching staff looking for some answers.
Left again.
Make a stop on defense. First and goal for Old Mill.
ISO
Furman,
again.
right up the middle.
Back.
He's hit at the line of scrimmage and thrown for a loss. Lance Toomer in on the tackle.
Come with us. Ice play. Not there. Cuts back. Good. Pinotti was sitting there.
So the senior, Oliver Pet.
I balanced left again.
And Lance Toomer combined on the tackle. Second down and goal. Thornton,
Sneak.
the keeper, right up the middle. Pushes down towards the goal line.
Man, he's close.
What a push by that Old Mill offensive line to move him forward down to about the 1. Second time tonight we've seen Joe Thornton call his own number and go right up the middle.
Yeah, they run quarterback sneak a lot. Watch him run again.
He got a big block by Colby Richardson. 2 receivers to
Sherwood's
Thornton's
up here.
left. And flags will be thrown.
Oh, good break for Sherwood.
Our referee tonight is Mike Durant, as assigned by the Washington District Football Officials Association. First penalty of the night, they'll walk it off. Big break for Sherwood with that ball on the 1-yard line.
These officials are from Frederick County. They're not from the Washington District. They bring them from all over the state in the playoffs. Pro. Toss.
From the Frederick County Board of Officials.
Missed
Furman
tackle.
looks for the end zone, dives ahead. He is very close, down back to the 1-yard line.
Damn, missed tackle. Just a simple toss. Right there. An inch.
So here we go.
Sneak.
Fourth down, the push from the line. Is he in? Wait for the call.
Nobody's signaling it. Nobody's signaling it.
It was fourth down.
No,
They needed to get a foot to get in.
They're not signaling it.
Touchdown. It brings the Old Mill faithful to their feet. 4th and 1. The referees came in, conferred, talked it over. You saw the hands go up. Thornton on the keeper up the middle. And Old Mill has scored first to take the 6-0 lead. Let's watch the replay.
Here it is.
Got off the ball.
I don't know. You know, they don't signal he's in. You know, you wait, dig through a pile. A lot of things can happen down there. A kid could be laying short and stick it over. I don't like that.
The extra point, no good. Brad Cummings, the senior kicker who was the hero last week for Damian Ferragamo's Old Mill Patriots, misses on the extra point. And with 6:32 left to go in this first quarter on the 1-yard touchdown run on the keeper by quarterback Joe Thornton, and the Old Mill Patriots drive the ball off the opening kickoff and take it in the end zone for the 6-0 lead.
And they had that ball for 5.5 minutes on that drive. 6:32 left.
Ran it every time.
Yep, did throw a pass.
8 carries by Josh Furman, 2 carries by Jason Clements, but some very short but big yardage by the player right there, number 7, Joe Thornton, the quarterback.
Yeah, plus they started on the 43.
Off the short kick. So Pat Cummings on now to kick off for Old Mill. He'll bang this one into the mud. Fumbled, and Sherwood falls down at it on the 30-yard line. Jamal Merritt couldn't get a handle on it. but able to fall on it and cover up Alex Cole. Sherwood Warriors offense led by their quarterback, A.J. Pignone, the senior.
Well, they got Jason Britt in there, Cyrus Britt in there. He's been hurt all week.
Sore ankle.
They did, yeah. When I got here tonight, they didn't think he was going to be able to play. Must have had one of them miracle recoveries in the last hour.
Gutting it out for the big game. Cyrus Britt, 1,214 yards in his first season. He is the single setback, and he'll run the ball for the first time tonight to the right side of that big Sherwood offensive line. Picks up one, maybe two on the first carry of the night on the handoff from A.J. Pignone. The Sherwood offense averaging 26
That's
points
just a little zone play. He's having trouble making a cut right there. And
twofold, a bad ankle.
Yep.
But it is thick, deep mud out on that field, especially where they are right now.
Old Mill plays a 3-3 stack, stunt like heck.
Britt to the near side, looks to turn the corner, gets outside, bulls ahead over the 40 to the 41-yard line. Very
short.
Close to the first down.
He's short. That was a stretch play. Third and a long one.
The defending state champion Sherwood Warriors, back-to-back titles in 94, 95, trying to do it now in 2008, 2009. From the eye, on third down. Up the middle, first down, yardage and more. Big pickup by Kai Hopkins. The senior running back gets the first down.
Yep, just same basic play. You know, Old Mill giving that 3-3 stack, and actually it's 3-5. It's tough to run.
A.J. Butler came up to make the stop on defense for Old Mill. First and 10 from the 46. Hopkins, close to midfield. Joe McCargo on the stop for Old Mill. So after watching Old Mill drive down and score, now Sherwood looking to put together a drive on offense. And we look at Kai Hopkins at 5'10", 186. They say he is the fastest Sherwood Warrior.
Yes, he is, because he's the fastest guy on their track team. So if there's someone faster, he's not running track.
They've called his number twice tonight with Britt slowed down by the sore
pass.
ankle.
He's open.
Play action.
Get rid of it.
Pignone steps up in the pocket. He's taken down at the 47-yard line. Loss of 3 on the sack.
That's their play action pass. Got to get rid of it.
Sets up a 3rd and 10 for Sherwood. Last week they beat Paint Branch 11-7 right here at Caruso Stadium in Sandy Spring. That big offensive line for the Warriors waits for the call to come in from the junior quarterback A.J. Pignone. Alex Denman to the bottom of your screen. Alex Cole in motion.
Toss.
He'll take the toss. Cole.
No.
Hit at the line of scrimmage. Breaks the tackle. Gets to the 50-yard line and then is
punt.
brought down.
Got
Short
a
of
punt.
the first down.
Toss. Oh. Get manhandled.
A.J. Butler got off his block and made the first hit to slow him down. Pat Garland on to punt now. Not often Alex Cole leads the field. He's on for special teams after that carry. Garland.
One deep.
He'll play in the Crab Bowl next month. For Coach Thomas, punts away. Furman will let it roll, and it dies in the mud at the 25-yard line. That's where Old Mill will get the ball back. They gave up one first down to Sherwood, but then were able to make the stop.
That's only about 25-yard punt.
And you're not going to get a roll in that field tonight. It's a combination of mud, and they went down and actually tried to put in some mulch with it to dry it up a little bit.
Yeah. Pro set.
Clements, the late one in, the eye back, gets the call. He's thrown for a loss.
See, they're in that pro set there, which to the top of the screen, you got a flanker back and a tight end. But the tight end's number 60. That's a lineman. He can't go out for a pass. He's in there to block.
Phil Doherty fought off the block, made the tackle.
Doing it again.
2nd down and 10 for Old Mill in tonight's Class 4A state semifinals. They have the ball in the 6-0
play.
lead.
Bounce.
Furman outside and downfield. Furman over the 40 to the 42-yard line on the 1st down for Old Mill. We talked about it at the top of the broadcast, Coach Thomas, the ability of this Old Mill team to run the ball and the ability of Sherwood to stop the run.
Well, we haven't seen a stop yet, so we'll see.
Briggs in motion. They call Furman's number again. Pickup of maybe 3 on the play out to the 45-yard line. Furman hobbles off a little bit.
Yeah, good backside pressure by Sherwood.
Good look at the distance they need to go from close to midfield.
Ted.
Clements up the middle. He has the 1st down, loses his footing to the 43-yard line for the Patriots. If he hadn't have slipped, he might have been gone.
Blocked down. It's Power Football 101.
And this really is the toughest part of the field with all that water that's been sitting here during the week. They were finally able to get the puddles off yesterday, and some parent volunteers, community members really worked hard to get it to the point where it is now. Furman dances through the line to the 36-yard line.
They had that stopped. He made a little cut back. Backside didn't make the play.
Joey Carswell, his 121st tackle of the
this
season.
play stopped. They're unbalanced. Didn't see it.
Good size for Furman, 6'3", 202.
Unbalanced again.
That's Briggs in motion. Furman to the right side, finds a hole, spins ahead, gets down to the 30. Might have fumbled the football. That's what the Sherwood defenders are saying. I believe it was covered up by Old Mill's Jeff Barnoski. Get a good look here.
Ball plays down to the 30-yard line. 1st down, 10 to go for Old Mill. The 31.
I think he fumbled it when he was down.
Fell on his back. Patriots up the line. Under a minute left to go in the 1st quarter. Driving with the lead from the Sherwood 31. Clements.
Bounce.
He is hit and thrown for a loss. Big tackle made by Greg Grant, the senior defensive end.
Tackle.
That's the type of play Sherwood's looking for now.
They need a couple of these. Greg's a tough kid. He's a 3-year starter.
9 sacks coming into tonight's game.
Unbalanced.
The senior,
No,
6
it's
foot, 251.
Yes, it is. Unbalanced right.
Clements, the handoff up the middle.
Another
Nowhere to
big
go. Stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back big plays by Greg Grant.
That's good defensive line play for Sherwood.
That's the end of the 1st quarter, ladies and gentlemen.
And that'll do it. The first quarter in the books in the Class 4A state semifinals. And on the 1-yard touchdown run by Joe Thornton, Old Mill leads Sherwood 6-0 on the VOLI Sports Montgomery County High School Game of the Week on Verizon Fios 1. Caruso Stadium on the campus of Sherwood High School in Sandy Spring. Scott Wyckoff with Al Thomas, our director Tony Natoli, VOLI Sports Crew for the state semifinals. The
Toss pass. Toss pass.
Looks deep
Might
in
be
the
an
corner,
interception.
threw it short. Oh, incomplete. Dominic Gibson took the toss and threw it down deep into the end zone. Excellent coverage by Sherwood. Alex Cole down at the goal line.
This running back, he stomached the ball right away, which showed it was going to be a pass. They didn't have anybody trip. But boy, you get a tip ball like that, yeah, that could have been tough.
Both Alex Cole and Danny
Hunt
Hunt went up and knocked that ball
wide
away.
receivers.
Out of the shotgun, Thornton rolls right, steps and throws too high, incomplete. He wanted Chad Hicks, the senior wide receiver, and the Sherwood crowd comes to life as their defense makes the first stop of the night.
Well, you know, since in this case they got 4 wide receivers in, Sherwood knows that. They're playing pass defense.
Excellent pressure on him. He had to get rid of that ball and took a big hit.
You know, since we're a Montgomery County program here, I think I'm allowed to root a little bit tonight. I try to be, you know, neutral every other game till tonight.
Well, funny thing, didn't you used to coach this team last year?
I think I did. Yeah. Depends on who you talk to. Turn it on.
Turn
it on.
Turn the corner. Hopkins to midfield. And just like that, the Sherwood offense comes to life after the big stop by their defense on the first down run by Kai Hopkins.
I see some beat here. See, I ran some people there. They didn't get any blocking by the wideout.
Big run by Hopkins. First down of the night for Sherwood. And Hopkins there tried to make a cut, and in all that mud and muck and stuff out there at midfield, goes down.
Sherwood's playing double tight now.
Randy Spann makes a tackle for the Patriots.
Problem with Sherwood when they go to double tight, their 2 tight ends are both little guys, particularly for tight ends. You know, they don't have a big tight end. They got two tight ends and
AJ Pignone, the quarterback for Sherwood, has won 10 of his 12 career starts. Throws it down the sidelines. It goes incomplete. Was looking for Jamal Merritt down the near sideline. First incompletion of the night. Pignone has completed 52% of his passes so far this season for a little over 1,000 yards, 12 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions.
Yeah, see, when Sherwood's double tight, they got Steve Valois, 6'1", 166, Jonathan Blayton, 5'11", 178. Both juniors, but awful small for tight ends. Watch a counter play coming inside.
3 receivers to the right of Pignone. He'll sprint out to the right. Throws for Merritt. Got him at midfield. Taken down at the 50. Late flag thrown. A.J. Butler made the tackle, and the flags came flying. There's Mike Durant.
Let's see what we got. Guy got up, kicked him.
Looked like he was trying to whip his leg around to celebrate the tackle, but hit Jamal in the head.
Carelessness. He wasn't trying to be dirty or anything, just carelessness.
Well, down on the sidelines, not what the Sherwood fans wanted to see. Josh Hertz is being put on a cart and taken off to the locker room.
Oh,
Movement along the line. There's Justin Zabragos, called on Sherwood. So from 1st and 10 from the Old Mill 35-yard line, they'll now walk it back to the Old Mill 40.
Justin doesn't play a whole lot, gets a chance. Goes in and blows it. Not good.
Joseph Cohen, wide to the right side at the bottom of your screen. Handoff up the middle. Kai Hopkins gets back to the original line of scrimmage and no more. We saw Cyrus Britt the first 2 carries of the night, and since then, it has been Kai Hopkins carrying the load in the backfield.
Yep, just your little power play. See, that's their safety coming up and making those tackles, number 3.
Josh Furman, their lead back on offense, making the stops on defense. 2nd and 10 for Sherwood.
Pass. Nope.
Hopkins falls forward to the 30, setting up a 3rd and 5 now for Sherwood.
Right off tackle. That's number 3. Well, he didn't make it, but he's right up there. They're going to come with play action, try to hit over top of him.
On the 3rd and 5. Approaching the 9-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. Sherwood, their deepest penetration.
Nothing.
They'll hand to Hopkins.
Nothing.
Hit and push back. Forward progress to the 29-yard line.
So long for a field goal, but that strain's made them that long. But in the mud, you don't get that good foot fitting. Can't hurt you on a long.
That ball's, when you spot it, you end up putting the nose of the ball down in the dirt. So Sherwood's going to go for it. 4th and 4.
Boy, they're all up there on defense.
Handoff. Hopkins dives ahead. Hopkins needed to get inside the 25.
It's all on the spot. Looks like he's got to pass the line.
And that's what he needed.
Which would be a 1st down. Yep.
Little second effort. Broke the first tackle and then reached that ball ahead. You can see the surface that they're having to deal with down there. And they just needed the ball over the 25-yard line. They did. Berger, the Sherwood center. A.J. Pignone, the quarterback, hands off. Hopkins keeps his legs churning, and what could have been a loss turns into about a 3-yard gain.
Brought the motion man, kick out, led through with a fullback. I tell you, Old Mill's defensive front's playing pretty good defense. Boy, they're pretty aggressive.
This is an Old Mill team that has allowed an average of 20 points a game.
Nope.
Gave up 55 last week. Cohen in motion. Hopkins follows behind him to the 20, down close to the 18-yard line before he's pushed out. Second quarter is brought to you by 3M Meeting and Presentation Solutions. Find out how 3M can make your classroom interactive. Go to 3m.com for more information or go to VOLI.com, your local 3M representative. Another 3rd and long for Sherwood.
Yeah,
Coach
this
Thomas.
big play. They don't make this, they'll have to make a decision on a field goal.
From the 19.
Trap.
The fullback bulls ahead.
Short.
To the 15-yard line.
4th and half a yard.
Phil Doherty getting a chance to carry the ball.
Big play. 4th and half a yard. 15. Going for it. Got to.
There's Phil Doherty, who's seen a lot of time as a linebacker in his career at Sherwood because of injuries. Hasn't played a lot in the backfield.
See if they change their snap count. Quarterback sneak.
Pulls forward and gets the first
he made
down. A.J. Pignone behind the left side of that Sherwood offensive line, and they move the chains again deep in Old Mill territory.
Boy, this is old-fashioned football.
You love it.
Power after power. Come on, get in there. Don't get a delay game. Do not take a timeout.
The first down to the 19-yard line. Everybody in
ends.
tight for Sherwood. 2 tight ends.
Kick out with a motion man.
Hopkins down to the 12-yard line on the carry. So 2 of your key players in offense out now for Sherwood. Josh Hertz taken off on the cart with the leg injury, and Cyrus Britt, their leading running back, carried the ball on the first 2 plays of the game, but we have not seen him return.
Yeah, he's still down there on the bench, I think. I don't see him sitting. I tell you, that 3, that's safety. I mean, he's like a 4th linebacker.
That's Josh Furman. We'll tell you a little bit about his defensive prowess in a moment.
Connor,
Hopkins hitting the backfield. Keeps moving. Turned a loss into a very short gain. Josh Furman, number 3, who you're talking about, Coach Thomas. Though he has run for over 2,000 yards this year, he has been recruited as a linebacker in college, has whittled down his choices to Michigan and Virginia Tech.
Yeah, well,
not bad.
He's probably leaving tackler out there right now.
He has
from safety.
80 tackles on the season, already has 5 tackles tonight. Alex Denman wide to the left. Cole in motion. They fake the toss.
Counter.
Man in the middle on the counter. Good run by Merritt.
Didn't get it.
And he tried to cut it back. Knocked out of bounds at the 8-yard line. Lost his footing. They faked the toss to Alex Cole in motion and gave it to Jamal Merritt. And this time,
go for the field goal.
They're going to go for the field goal. We saw back-to-back. And here's the run where he tried to cut it.
Right here. I thought he could get it. Lost his footing.
So a 25-yard field goal attempt. Andy Estrain on, out of the hold of Pat Garland, a pair of seniors. Snap is down. Kick is away. And it's good. With 4:12 left to go in the first half, Sherwood on the board, now trailing Old Mill 6-3 on the 25-yard field goal by Andy Estrain. So a couple times we saw him go for it on 4th down, but knowing they could get some points with a little better turf once they got inside the 20-yard line, Coach Soleno decided to go to Andy Estrain.
Yeah, they want to get on a board. I don't blame them.
We'll take a break. Be back in just a moment on the VOLI Sports Montgomery County High School Game of the Week on Verizon Fios 1. Andy Estrain does kick
better.
it deeper
Down
this
to the
time.
30.
Down to the 30. And a knee down as Dion Briggs caught the kick from Andy Estrain, put his knee down, and that's where the Old Mill offense will return to field. 1st and 10 from their own 31-yard line. After the game, go to VOLIsports.com for highlights of our games and games around the county. The last game in the county of the season. Always nice to be playing in that one.
Any games around the county, they might be basketball scrimmages or something.
Next week, M&T Bank Stadium. Sherwood Warriors have been to 2 state championship games in Baltimore in the last 3 years.
Quarterback sneak. Ooh.
Thornton. Right up in his grill. Phil Doherty picks up maybe 1, but picked up a lot of Phil Doherty's mask.
Yeah. Well,
as the senior linebacker took him out.
He got more than 1.
Just at the bottom of your screen, a big offensive defensive lineman, Emeka Oprah, comes off. Looks like he's going to be okay. 2nd down and 9 now for
Yep.
Old Mill, and the Patriots jump off sides. Their left tackle, Alex Demzinski, 6'5", 255, on the wrong side of the line.
Sherwood's got to be careful. Old Mill does this where they get set and then they all jump down, and it draws people off all the time. I know Sherwood worked on it, but I don't think it should be legal. I said that last week.
When Linganore did it against Quince Orchard on the punt.
No, they got moved again.
Same guy, same play, same flag. Now 2nd down and 19 to go. Here it is.
But Sherwood's doing this. They run this shift defense, and it's this Alex Dubinsky, 73.
It almost looks like he lost his
They're going to go on a
balance on
quick
that
snap
one.
here. That's what you do.
They got the play already. They just haven't been able to get it off. Out of the eye. Thornton drops
Double.
it back.
Slant.
On the slant. Catch
Oh,
is made. 1st down. Out to midfield. Chad Hicks, the senior wide receiver, out to the Old Mill 49-yard line. And the quick hitter across the middle from Joe Thornton.
Slant bubble.
First down and 10 to go for Old Mill.
Slot back Bubbles behind the wide receiver. He gonna run a little slant in. They hit it.
The no-huddle offense now for Old Mill. Hit in the backfield. Furman breaks a tackle, looks up the middle, and gets to the 50-yard line. 2-yard pickup, which almost was a loss in the backfield.
Yeah. Boy, they had him. Who's that?
Dirty put the first hit.
That was a linebacker stunt. Hit him and roll off. Can't do that against a kid like that.
Oliver Pettinati ended up making the tackle at midfield. 2nd down, 8. Furman,
He's on right. He's
good for the 1st down. Could have been gone for a touchdown. Danny Hunt made the tackle, but Furman, when he gets outside,
boy, there's
he's
a big
trouble.
hole there. Big hole. Taking Greg Grant out. Something must be wrong.
The Old Mill drive continues. This time it's Clements with room to move on the outside.
Bounce, still
Clements
running.
cuts back, and he is very close to another Old Mill 1st down. This running back pair, Clements with 1,000 yards this season, Furman with 2,000 yards. That is a whole lot of yardage out of a backfield. It's amazing they can give the ball to those backs and get that much yardage. They'll stretch the chains on the far sideline here at Sherwood tonight by the nose of the ball. 1st down.
The Old Mill's only thrown one pass, and pretty good, 40 yards.
That was the big play on this drive after a couple big stops by Sherwood.
Watch. Ice.
Clements up the middle into the backfield of Sherwood. Late flag thrown back by the line of scrimmage.
And line of scrimmage.
It came from the referee.
Holding, yep. See if we can see it. Yeah, it's hard to tell from here.
It came in late after Clements was down to about the 10-yard line. You saw Mike Durant throw that flag down there. Scott Wyckoff along with Al Thomas here in the beautiful press box at Caruso Stadium. Always great hosts. Sherwood Athletic Department here. Great to come out and do games.
Got a nice press box here, a lot of room, you know, coaches.
Why not? And if you got the space, why not build one with a lot of room?
Yeah.
That's what they did. A lot of schools don't do that.
There's that pass again. Slant.
Thornton.
He's open deep.
Wide open, deep, and it's overthrown. Diving to
Jamal
make the
Merritt
catch was
beat.
Chad Hicks. He made the big catch to start this
That's the
drive.
Exact same play.
Second and 18.
Slant bubble. Only he took it deeper. Oh,
Almost
boy.
turned it into a post. He gave it a good effort, diving down the end zone, a little frustrated.
Here we go.
Second down and about 20. Quick
This time
hitter.
the bubble.
And he goes
He
down.
slipped.
Briggs made the catch, lost his footing, slipped, his knee went down, and really no pickup. Those are the plays that are tough to make with the way the field is now.
Yeah.
The quick cut.
Well, even though the Ole Mill almost scored, Sherwood's got to get him throwing the ball. They're just pounding him and pounding him.
Stops the clock with 1:12 left to go in this first half. The Sherwood defensive line shifts.
Pass again.
Thornton looks to throw
Squirrel,
in the pocket.
squirrel.
Down the far sidelines. Incomplete. Outside the reach of Dion Briggs.
Running number one on a skinny post, and two they call it a wheel route or a squirrel route. He's out in the flat and turns it up.
Hunt and Merrill are deep in the coverage.
There he is, turning it up. They had him covered.
Cover two on the far sidelines. It goes incomplete. It stops the clock.
Fourth
and
down.
for the first time tonight, we'll see the punter for Old Mill,
And watch the fake here, guys.
Clea Davidson.
Davidson, punt formation for the Patriots.
Jamal Merritt back deep, end over end punt. It'll take a bounce. He'll let it roll.
Run a half out.
Rolls inside the Sherwood 5 to about the 3-yard line.
Of course,
Warriors will take over. First down, 10 to go.
And with 48 seconds left to go, and Sherwood with it deep in their own territory.
what's the timeout situation? I think,
I haven't seen a timeout all game.
no,
So everybody's got all three.
that's not good. Sherwood, if they don't get first down, they're going to make them punt from down here. That's not good.
Sherwood trailing 6-3. It was the opening drive of the game that Old Mill scored on. 1-yard touchdown run, the quarterback keeper by Joe Thornton. Sherwood answered back with a
Quarterback
25-yard field goal by Andy Estrin.
He fumbled.
Ball came loose, but they marked
Oh.
it down at the 6-yard line.
Oh,
Clock will stop,
timeout.
Old Mill takes
and Old Mill coach Damian Ferragamo will take his first time out, see when that ball comes loose.
They're going to get the ball back. They got 2 more timeouts.
Pat Saleno, his first year, taking over for the gentleman next to me, Al Thomas, former Sherwood quarterback, Pat Saleno, now
Plus-
making the calls.
Plus the first down. You need a first down.
Out to about the 10-yard line on the carry. And again, Coach Ferragamo calls a timeout, his second timeout.
31 seconds.
And A.J. Pignone will come over and talk things over with Pat Saleno. Your son Mark up in the press box.
Yep.
Calls down the plays through the head coach into the quarterback.
Yeah, there they are.
Up in
box.
the dark box.
Yeah. Old Mill coaches are to our right, and Sherwood coaches are to our left. That's
Just-
us right there.
And then all the way down to the right. Looks like they're closed for business. That's where Mark Thomas is in
Yeah.
that dark press box. A little bit easier to see. They're actually, I like to thank the folks up here in the press box. They turn the lights on for me so we can see.
Yeah.
Typically all the lights would be off, so it's easier for the folks to see. So we thank them. And again, very accommodating, all the high schools in Montgomery County, but they go above and beyond here at Sherwood, maybe because only the second coach to win a state championship at Sherwood sits next to me in each game.
No, I had nothing to do with this. Couldn't
So
run
the
down.
3rd down and 4. Deep in their own territory. Hand off to the right side.
There you
a
go.
First down
There you go.
by
Don't
Kai
have to punt.
Hopkins. And that'll do it for the first half. He's out to the 21-yard line. It will stop the clock as they move the chains, but that's what Sherwood needed to do.
Yes, sir.
And even though Old Mill calls a timeout,
What?
that gives the Sherwood coaches a chance.
Sherwood just called timeout.
Sherwood takes timeout.
Well. And they'll bring that offensive line home. So Hopkins dives ahead. A lot of responsibility for the senior tonight. It has been really the Kai Hopkins show on offense since Cyrus Britt went out after the second play of this first half.
The Kai's good back. He's been hurt for 2 years. That's what slowed him up.
And in a game like this, a 3-point game, if he gets loose in that defensive backfield, he's gone.
Well, they got some speed back there too. You know.
Yeah, some great speed in Josh Furman, who you've been talking about, coming up making those tackles from his defensive back position. Furman was clocked at the combine at M&T Bank Stadium with a 4.340 and a 40-inch vertical leap.
He's going to air it out here to Merritt. Watch.
Merritt wide to the right side. A.J. Pignone chops back, looks for Merritt,
I
rolls
told you.
right, pressured out of the pocket, throws the ball. It goes incomplete. Stopping the clock with 19 seconds. Set to go.
A sidelining up at 8 the D-back. I mean, he was playing 20 yards off. It didn't have any chance. I mean, that's something lucky, yeah. Let's go in 8, 6-3. You get the ball second half. Sit on.
Coach Ferragamo for Old Mill got to be happy that they're leading, but with the way they've dominated in time of possession and moving the ball, only to have a 3-point lead, kind of a moral victory for Sherwood.
Oh, he's going to draw.
Right up the middle. And some room to move. Late flag. Furman the tackle on Kai Hopkins. Hopkins was over to the 32-yard line as Furman put his shoulder down and knocked him down.
The Old Mill's head coach, Ferragamo, he and my son played together at Salisbury. He was a lineman. Mark was a quarterback. Holding.
That'll wipe off the call.
So you're just, Sherwood, you're just
Missing the mark.
playing. Yeah, but you're playing with a turnover. Looking for a miracle.
They spot it back at the 13 with 12 seconds left to go.
Yeah, they're not. That's it. Let's go on in.
So that'll do it. The first half in the books at Caruso Stadium at Sherwood High School. The Class 4A state semifinals. Old Mill leading Sherwood 6-3 with a big crowd on hand to enjoy it tonight on the VOLI Sports Montgomery County High School Game of the Week on Verizon Fios 1. We're at the half, the Class 4A state semifinals. Caruso Stadium on the campus of Sherwood High School in Sandy Spring. The Old Mill Patriots from Anne Arundel County with a 6-3 lead on the Sherwood Warriors. Scott Wyckoff joined at halftime by Dan Greenberg of the Gazette, and a first half that saw Old Mill take the ball right down the field off the opening drive. But after that, I would imagine maybe Damian Ferragamo, the Patriots head coach, maybe a little frustrated they didn't put more points on the board as they dominated the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they definitely had a chance. I mean, they're getting great push up front. And really, they're taking some of Sherwood's best players out. Greg Grant was out for sometime in the second quarter with a shoulder injury. Amika Opera was out with a foot injury. Josh Hertz, a good defensive tackle, he's out for the game. I think he's been taken to the hospital. And even Cyrus Britt, on his second carry, he hurt his foot, which paved the way for Kai Hopkins to come in and had a good half. But, yeah, Old Mill could have put more points on the board. Josh Furman, as I'm sure you talked about, he's got offers from everywhere in the country. 90 yards rushing in the first half. Jason Clements, almost 50 yards rushing in the first half, but only 7 points off that first drive.
What Sherwood does have is some depth, but they're going to really have to play it out here tonight.
Yeah, you talk about that depth. I mean, Hopkins, who hasn't gotten a start this year, he ran for 67 yards in the first half, 15 carries, so he was a bit of a bell cow. I think they're going to have to put it in the air because Old Mill is big up front. They're bigger up front than Sherwood is. I think it's going to rest in Pignot's hands later in the game. You saw them trying to go deep to Jamal Merritt a couple times. I would expect them to go deep to either Merritt or Cole because they're only putting 2 guys back there. Josh Furman is a great linebacker, but their secondary can be tested. And I would expect Pignot, like last week when he won the game on the final drive, I would expect him to have to come up big late in the game for Sherwood to pull it out.
Dan Greenberg from the Gazette, Gazette.net, helping us out here at halftime all season long. You can read his articles in the paper each week and also right after the game at Gazette.net. Happy holidays to you.
Oh, thank you so much, Scott. Appreciate it.
Halftime at Sherwood. Old Mill 6-3 lead on the Warriors of Sherwood, the Class 4A state semifinals. And we'll be back with the second half on the VOLI Sports Montgomery County High School Game of the Week on Verizon Fios 1. Back at Caruso Stadium, Sherwood High School, second half of the Class 4A state semifinals.
Well, the first time Old Mill kicked off here, they hit a hard squibber over here to Merritt. He had a little hard time handling it. He had to kind of actually drop on the ground. So let's see if he can field it a little better. Okay, if he fields it, he can go.
They've actually put an up back right in the middle.
Same type of thing.
They're going to get good field position. Out to midfield is where Sherwood's going to start with it on the kickoff return by Sumner Wubenhorst.
Yeah,
the 5'10" senior makes a nice return.
He plays their weak Willie linebacker. He's a backup fullback. Good kid. I'm in there on special. He plays a lot of special teams.
So Sherwood with the ball to start the second half.
Here we go. Now you got a chance. Let's go.
From their own 48-yard line. On the near hash mark. If there's a part of the field that's any better than the other, it's here.
Right there.
Up the middle.
Caught him from behind.
Into Old Mill territory. Brought down at the 46-yard line.
Watch, they're going to blitz this guy off the corner right there. 17, I think. Caught it from behind.
Joe McCargo on the tackle, off the edge, but not before Kai Hopkins picked up 5 yards on the carry. He'll run it again. Hopkins
First
over
down.
the 40 to the 39-yard line. And they move the chains, exactly what Pat Saleno wanted his team to do at a halftime. Kai Hopkins has been the man on offense for Sherwood, with Cyrus Britt out with a sore ankle.
Right, blitz off the corner again. He's up there. Nope. Nice cutback. Didn't get the line.
Hit the hole to about the 36-yard line.
Alex
Carried by
Evans
Kai
gotta
Hopkins.
Get that line back. Hey, nice little cutback here, but see, nobody's on that linebacker. Yeah, I'm not sure who should have been. I don't think Alex was even in there.
Randy Spann for Old Mill, their leading tackler. He'll be playing at Liberty University next season, the senior. Pignone with the keeper. A.J. Pignone with a first down for Sherwood. He's fired up. Something they saw in the first half?
I wouldn't be surprised he called that at the line, which they probably talked about.
Second first down for Sherwood as the drive continues to start the second half. Hopkins kicks it out to the right side. Hopkins take it down at the 21-yard line. Another nice first down carry for Sherwood. picking up some better yardage and first down now. The
Yeah.
run by Hopkins.
They're moving the ball real well.
Real nice tackle by Dwayne Goddard, who
Second
closed
and 4.
real quickly on Kai Hopkins. 2nd and 5, Sherwood from the Old Mill 21. They trail 6-3, just underway in the second half. Hopkins dives forward,
didn't
pick
make
up
that.
2. He's inside the 20 to the 18.
They don't make this. I bet they go for it. I don't think they'll kick the field goal from out there. Come on, get in the huddle. Let's go.
From this
Come
spot, it
on.
would be a 37-yard field goal, and the only benefit is that this end of the field is much drier than the other end. The turf is much better down here on the Route 108 end. The
Which
Warriors
way?
break the
1,
line.
2, 3.
So Sherwood will take a timeout before the penalty flag is thrown as the time was coming off the clock. And we'll take a break. Come back in just a moment on the VOLI Sports Montgomery County High School Game of the Week on Verizon Fios 1. Those are the Sherwood cheerleaders, the best that Montgomery County has to offer. Last week, they won the county championship at Blair High School. Congratulations to Coach Christine Andre and her team. Sherwood, 3rd and a long 2 now. And they get that ball right up the middle. A good surge by that offensive line.
I got to be a little more neutral here. Sorry.
They do get the first down.
Apologize for that.
This Sherwood offensive line, look at that push they got.
Yeah.
That's not what we saw in the first half.
Well, and Josh Hertz, who got hurt in his left, he's a starting guard, so they've replaced him.
Sherwood driving on the first possession of the second half.
Right
They'll
off
continue
the
to run the
corner.
ball. This time A.J. Butler, the D-back for Old Mills, steps up and makes the stop. The third quarter is sponsored by Verizon Fios. Nothing beats cable like Fios. Call your local Verizon representative to find out about the Triple Play Bundle. Exactly what Sherwood wanted to do, Coach Thomas, coming out in the second half. Establish some tempo and offense. Jamal Merritt wide to the left side. Joseph Cohen split left. Play action. The pass wide open and dropped. Sam Clark, the fullback, came out on the play action. Just couldn't get a handle on it. He was open. And it'll be 3rd down and 9.
He was a lineman. They moved him to fullback this year.
He was the one that they faked. No, they didn't fake it to him,
No,
but he got it.
they faked the tailback.
Right.
Aye.
3rd and 9. A.J. Pignone at quarterback for Sherwood.
Run the same play. They are.
Play
Same
action to
play.
the right side. Wide open. This time it's dropped by Phil Doherty. Had trouble getting his hands on it.
Unbelievable. Here comes S-String.
That one would not probably have been good for a
No.
first down
No,
as they got.
that ball's not thrown as well either. Look, down, low. He would have made a first down anyhow.
So Andy Estrain on for his second field goal attempt of the night. Hit on the first in the first half. That was a 25-yard field goal. This is going to be a 32-yard field goal attempt out of the hold of the senior, Pat Garland. Snap is down, kick is away. It's long enough. And it's good. They're on their feet at Sherwood because we're all tied up at 6 with 7:23 left to go in the third quarter on the 32-yard field goal by Andy Estrain. Good drive for Sherwood to start things out in the second half.
Yep, length of the field.
Now, what did you see different in that first drive that we didn't see in the first half from Sherwood?
Well, Real simple. The running plays made 5 and 6 yards rather than 2 and 3. And they had to pass. He dropped it. Dropped the second one, but that wouldn't have been a first down. The first one would have been a first down, maybe even a score.
Sam Clark got free at 6'2", 194. Couldn't hold on to it, but Andy Estrain picked him up and kicked that 32-yard field goal. And Estrain on to kick now. Third kickoff of the night to open the game, a pooch kick that went very short. His next kick after his first field goal went down to about the 30.
You're going to do the same thing right here. Get it down to the 20. Oh, he squibbed it this way. Might have been, oh.
Picked up by Byron Hall. Hall looks to turn the corner. Hall out to midfield on the return. Hall knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets into Sherwood territory. Inside the Sherwood 45. They'll mark it around the 41-yard line. So a big return by Byron Hall.
Yeah. They went inside. The contained guy out there went inside. And there he goes. Twins.
Old Mill with good field position on their first possession of the second half. Josh Furman hit and thrown back. Furman taken down at midfield. A loss of 4. Phil Doherty in on the tackle, joined by Danny Hunt. And Greg Grant also in for Sherwood.
Grant's the guy. Oh.
First hit was made at the line of scrimmage, then Doherty, Grant, and Hunt got in there. It was a loss of 4.
Twins into the boundary. Motion, toss.
Gibson in motion for Old Mill. The toss to Furman. Furman dances. He's hit and knocked out again. The combination of Phil Doherty and Joey Carswell, the two leading tacklers, the undersized linebackers for Sherwood, and also getting in on it, Sumner Wubenhorse.
Great play by the defensive line.
Doherty, Carswell, drive him down.
Look out, slant bubble.
3rd and 16 for Old Mill. They'll look to throw. Joe Thornton down the middle, up in the air. It goes incomplete. It looks as though it was incidental contact as both Jamal Merritt and Chad Hicks, the intended receiver, and Hicks is giving the official on the near sideline a talking to.
Well, he's
but
wrong. He
incomplete.
actually ran into the back of the D-back, so he's wrong.
So Sherwood, after scoring the first points of the second half, makes the first stop after that big kickoff return.
Be careful.
Davidson on to punt for Old Mill, a line drive. Kai Hopkins lets it roll, and it rolls out of bounds right around the 20-yard line. And that's for the Sherwood offense, so return to the field. First time they touched the ball in the second half. Drove it the length of the field, and then had the 32-yard field goal by Andy Estrain. Now we'll see how the Old Mill defense answers back. Coach Oswald down on the sidelines for Sherwood, talking things over with that defensive line. And really those plays for the tackles are made by the linebackers, but it's set up by the defensive line.
Oh, yeah, defensive line is, oh, no.
One of the Warriors lined up in the neutral zone. Take it back to about the 15. But it's that defensive line that's holding their blocks, giving Doherty and Carswell a chance to get in there and make those tackles.
Get a play in there. They must have rolled that one of the wide receivers lined up, you know, over the line.
So Pete Siarkis and Chuck Oswald happy with the way their defensive line has come out here to play in the second half. Now
again,
another flag. Illegal procedure on Sherwood.
What?
They were looking out. Let's see if he talks to the player who did it.
What?
Referee Mike Durant. Pat Soleno
Get it.
not happy at all by that, trying to get an explanation. But you're not going to get much from the official on the near sideline
No,
when the
but-
call comes from the far sideline.
You know, but they should explain that.
So he doesn't do it again.
I mean, that should be explained.
Kai Hopkins, single eye back. Clark still the fullback. Hopkins hit and thrown back
Lost the yards.
to about the 6-yard line on the carry by Kai Hopkins.
Slipped.
Ball at the 7-yard line.
It's a wonder they're playing on this field tonight, the condition it was in 2 days ago. Again, what a job done by some parents and volunteers who spent the last couple days, part of their Thanksgiving holiday, out here working on this field. A.J. Pignone, quarterback, drops back, hands off.
Draw.
Hopkins up the middle. One step away from breaking it, but does get some breathing room for the Sherwood offense. Brought down by Randy Spann
Still third and
out to the
15.
15-yard line.
It's just draw.
Third down and 15 yards to go.
Oh, terrible block by the fullback. Hey, come on, Satan.
Just shy of the 15-yard line. 4:30 left to go in the third quarter. Third and a long for Sherwood. Jamal Mayer to the near side.
Draw
Hand off again.
again.
Hopkins on the draw. Tries to carry the pile out over the 20. He will be very close to the first down on
No.
the second effort.
He'll be very close to,
To the first.
third and 10.
I'm
Fourth
looking
and
at the
10.
first marker.
Yeah.
What do they say? Double when the officials are on the field? Double sticks?
He made it.
Double sticks.
He got it down to
He got to the first stick,
4 and 9.5.
but it was those penalties that
Yeah.
took it away from the second stick.
Would have been a first down. They made 10 yards.
Pat Garland on to punt, back deep. Chad Hicks for Old Mill.
There
Hicks
you
will
go.
call the fair catch. And good field position for Old Mill after a very nice punt by Pat Garland, the senior punter for Sherwood, also the holder on those field goals and extra points for Andy Estrain. Thought Hicks might think about returning that, but that mud and muck down there is just tough to get started in.
I think he took a real quick fair catch. 3 wideouts.
Split to the right. Josh
Chad,
Furman dances to the
throws.
middle. Furman breaks
Touchdown.
free.
Touchdown.
Josh Furman is gone to the 20, to the 10, in the end zone. Touchdown. 57-yard touchdown by the senior Josh Furman, his 30th touchdown of the season.
Simple little off tackle to the split end side. Just getting blocked. Old Mill's doing a better job.
And there Furman was off to the races in the end zone. Brad Cummings on for the extra point as Furman's congratulated on the Old Mill bench. They have taken the 12-6 lead. Cummings, extra point, is no good. 3:30 left to go in the third quarter. 57-yard touchdown run by Josh Furman has put Old Mill back out in front, 12-6 on Sherwood. He danced to the middle, got a couple blocks, and he showed us some of that 4.3 speed for Coach Damian Ferragamo.
Yep.
Can't
Pulled
coach
away.
that. You can coach those blocks and getting through those holes, but then once he got to about the 35-yard line, there was no way anybody was going to catch Josh Furman.
But once he got past the linebacker level, it was over.
And it's been big plays for Furman this year. Now 16 of his touchdowns on the season are runs of 35 yards or more. That's the 13th touchdown that's been more than 50 yards. and as good as he is as running the ball, the recruiters are saying he will either play linebacker at Michigan or Virginia Tech. Another squib kick. It's loose. The ball's loose. It's alive. Sherwood covers it at the 30-yard line. Not wanting a return like Old Mill had. Trying to get down there and cover it up. Jason Clements, Avery Taylor. Couldn't do it as Sherwood covers up the ball. Alex Cole was able to fall down on it. As Cole comes off to the sidelines, his first year here in Montgomery County after moving with his family from Georgia. And what an addition he has been to the Sherwood Warriors team.
He was a quarterback in Georgia.
Josh Cohen in tight to the near side. Jamal Merritt wide to the right. Out of the eye. Handoff, Kai Hopkins. Hopkins dives ahead over the 35 to the 36-yard line. Both Sherwood and Old Mill come in at 10-2. A win tonight will send either Sherwood or Old Mill to the state championship game at M&T Bank Stadium. Sherwood has been to the state finals in 3 of the last 4 years. Old Mill has never been to a state final.
Play action pass. He's open.
Pignone
Get him
throws
the
it, and it
ball.
goes incomplete. Short hopped it at the 40-yard line. Joseph Cohen, the junior, was the intended receiver. Just a little short, goes incomplete.
He's open.
It was a game-winning drive a week ago with some key completions down the stretch for A.J. Pignone, a 54-yard drive. Now Pignone and the Sherwood offense trying to answer back after Old Mill's 57-yard touchdown run by Josh Furman. They're going to throw again. Short drop down the near sidelines, outside the reach of Jamal Merritt. Cover 2 deep down along the sidelines for Old Mill. Rashad Harris also deep. Anthony Acosta. There's a quarterback, a coach who played quarterback.
Yep.
Kind of giving a little arm movement there, how he would have thrown it.
Oh,
Pat
no.
Garland brings down the high snap, gets a good punt away, end over end, bounces at the 36-yard line, rolls inside the 30 to the 25. Another good special teams play by the Sherwood Warriors. But they do go 3 and out, and the Patriots get it right back with 2:33 left to go in this third quarter. Third year on the staff for Pat Salento, head coach at Sherwood. Part of the school's first state championship as a senior in 1995. Washington Post all met that year. Furman, who
play they
scored the
scored on.
touchdown.
That's the same play they scored on.
And this time he stopped.
I see. You'll see. It's from the backside. Here comes backside. Right there. Dirty. Oh no! Who's down now? Dirty's down. May got kicked or something. He's acting like they kicked.
And he bounces back up to his feet. And as you well know, there is not a tougher kid in Olney than Phil Dirty.
No, he'll be back in. He got kicked probably in his stomach or something. Although he's holding his wrist.
Joe Thornton, the Old Mill senior quarterback, the transfer from Glen Burnie High School. They do that quick jump down
Yep.
the line.
Didn't work.
Sherwood didn't jump this time. Might see a blitz off the corner by Hunt. The Old Mill offensive line moves ahead
Dirty's back in.
to the 31-yard line. Short rest for Phil Dirty.
Jammed up pretty good.
They like to pull Colby Richardson to make the block. 3rd down and 4 for Old Mill. Chad Hicks in motion.
Was that off?
Hand
tackle?
off to Furman.
He didn't
Furman
make it.
hit by
Dirty.
Dirty, short of the 1st down. A productive rest on the sidelines for Phil Dirty as he hits Furman at the line of scrimmage and stops him short of the 1st down.
Watch, this will be 44. Boom. Yes, sir.
Right in the chin.
Yep, sir. Be alert.
Davidson on again to punt. Merritt and Hopkins back for Sherwood. And if they're able to get it, Sherwood's going to have some good field position.
The kid's a terrible kicker. So
Line drive, punt, rolls
get the ball in
to the Sherwood 44-yard line.
43.
So Sherwood's going to have some good field position.
Yeah, get it down there and make an extra point.
With 44 seconds left to go in this 3rd quarter.
Little different game for Old Mill. Last week they won 58-55.
I would say so.
And now it's 12-6. Last week it was 12-6, probably 2 minutes into the game.
Sherwood up to the line.
Boy, yeah, Old Mill's up there.
Cohen in motion, Kai Hopkins.
See, Sherwood, they can't really throw the ball. And they
To
just got so many people up there having trouble running.
To the 45-yard line behind Oliver Pettinati. 6'3", 274 for
Two
that
guys,
Sherwood offensive
two
line.
fullbacks coming out. Somebody, I didn't see two go in. No.
Doherty and Clark come off.
Yeah, they got 11.
Merritt wide to the right side. Cohen is split right.
It's that.
Valois is in tight to the left. Handoff. Hopkins breaks free. Kai Hopkins.
Keep
almost.
going. Keep going.
Hopkins could go. Hopkins dives to the 1-yard line. What a run by Kai Hopkins.
Boy, I hope we have that on rerun.
Answering back what Josh Furman had just done, Kai Hopkins. A 54-yard run.
Oh, he's limping. Come on, Kai.
He comes off, but not before he takes it down to the 1-yard line on a 54-yard run by Kai Hopkins.
Let's see this. Let's see if he's in or not.
There he goes. He keeps breaking tackles.
We're not going to be able to tell. I guess.
Knee was down as A.J. Butler brought him down. 1 quarter left before a state championship attempt for one of these two teams. Sherwood knocking on the door. We'll be back with the 4th quarter on the VOLI Sports Montgomery County High School Game of the Week on Verizon Fios 1. We're back at Caruso Field, and what a run here by Kai Hopkins to end the 3rd quarter, Coach Thomas.
Yeah, I tell you, that's not his strength, running over people.
He had 5 Old Mill defenders chasing after him, and it looks as though his knee was down just before he reached the ball over the goal line. So Sherwood down at the 1. Doherty, the fullback. Hopkins,
Can't do
the
that.
dieback.
You can't do that. God!
The quarterback dives ahead. Flags are thrown, and it'll go against Sherwood. So that'll push it back. Trying to get players off the field. They'll talk it over.
Should have called timeout. You can't break the huddle with 12 guys and have a guy run off the field. Oh, brother.
So instead of 1st and goal from the 1, it'll be 1st and goal from the 6-yard line.
I'm not.
After that 54-yard run by Kai Hopkins. A.J. Pignone brings the call into the huddle. They break with 11 this time. On that far hash mark. Dirty. And Hopkins in the backfield.
And bounce.
Motion by Cohen. Hand off Hopkins. Hopkins to the 5.
Would have been a score from the 1.
Hit by Randy Spann. Linebacker for Old Mill.
Would have been a score from the 1.
Splann got him high. Deontay Shields
Who's
got
down
him
now?
low.
There's another player down. Another Sherwood kid. Holy mackerel.
Could
that
be Kai
Hopkins?
Hopkins.
That's Hopkins.
Jumps back up.
They're putting Sumner Wubenhorst in. I guess Britt can't go.
Cyrus Britt, the Sherwood Warriors leading carrier, came in with 1,214 yards, carried on the first 2 plays of the first half, but the sore ankle has knocked him back out. Sherwood, run up the middle. Sumner
they got a
Wubenhorst down to the goal line. Not to be denied. And that says a lot for a kid coming off the bench cold to get the ball and get it down so close.
Got a good push from his line. Boy, 3rd and 1. Still not where it was at first down.
The 3rd tailback Coach Salento has had to call on tonight. 3rd down and goal from the 1-yard line for Sherwood. Cohen in motion. Wubenhorst
He's in.
for the touchdown. Sumner Wubenhorst with the 1-yard touchdown run. And Sherwood has tied it at 12 with 10:55 left to go in regulation.
That's a nice job by Wubenhorst. I mean, he's actually the 4th tailback. 3rd tailback's a kid by the name of Dylan Hubbard. He's out hurt. He's dressed, but he's hurt.
He's got the bad hip.
Yep, so they're down to the 4th-string tailback who starts on defense.
Big extra point now for Andy Estrain out of the hole to Pat Garland. Kick is away, and it is good. And with 10:56 left to go in regulation, for the first time tonight, the Sherwood Warriors have a lead, 13-12 on the 1-yard touchdown run by Sumner Wubenhorst.
Well, you gotta hold them. Get a decent kick here now.
All set up by that long run, 54 yards by Kai Hopkins. Hopkins got it down to the 1-yard line and then was injured, came off, and Sumner Wubenhorst takes it into the end zone. Sherwood with their first lead of the night. Just under 11 minutes left to go in regulation.
I bet you Kai gets back in there. I mean, he would have been the starter going into this year, and Britt moved in. Last year as a junior, he was hurt all year. I mean, this is his chance. But he looks like he's in pain on the bench. That doesn't look good, what I'm looking at.
Andy Estrain.
Deeper.
Snubs it, rolls inside the 40, covered up by Chad Hicks. On the kickoff by Andy Estrain. So it's been that Sherwood defense that has risen to the occasion here in the second half, and the offense answered back after that long touchdown run by Old Mill's Josh Furman. And Sherwood has now taken the lead, and as you can hear, their crowd here at Caruso Stadium has come to life. 1st and 10 Old Mill. from their own
Counter,
35.
counter.
Furman
There he goes.
up the middle.
Now, one thing Ole Mill's been doing this second half, they've been running 3 wide outs instead of 2. They're trying to spread them out a little bit, but they're still running the same plays, just spreading them out a little bit. See, they got 3 wide outs in there now.
Phil Dury, Alex Cole on the tackle.
So maybe they move out.
Out of the eye from the 35.
There it is, same play.
Furman looks to turn the
no
corner. Furman dives ahead. Pickup of about 4 on the carry by Josh Furman.
Close.
But anytime he gets out into that free territory, he could go.
Hitting up in there, it's closed, he's bounced. See, that they're spreading them out with those wide receivers, so they're not getting that good defensive back support when he bounces it. Now they're down to 2 wide. Off tackle.
3rd down.
Did not make it. Did not make it.
Had to get to the Sherwood side of the 45-yard line.
9:44. You going to go for it? He didn't make it. Why? I guess they're going to go for it. I would.
Close to
Boy, it is
midfield.
really. I don't like that spot.
Look at how deep the ball is down in the mud. You can only see, it looks like a turtle on the beach.
Oh, I don't like that spot at all. He was stopped. They're good. First down.
Short
Nope.
by about the nose of the football.
All right. They're probably going to do that pop down. They might quarterback sneak.
They're going to get right up on the line. Coach Damian Ferragamo.
Might do that pop down. They might do a quarterback sneak.
He is sent in the play. 4th down and inches for Old Mill at their own 45-yard line.
Sneak! Made it.
First down for the Patriots. Well, let's see. The line judge who came in here, Coach Thomas, is standing right on the 45.
He made it.
Will they bring the chains back out again? Yes, they will. Mike Durant stops the clock. When you get to this point in the season in the state playoffs,
See, it's
the chain
chain's
gang
on-
are assigned officials.
The chain's right on the line. The ball is over the line. He made it. Telling you.
Settle down there in the mud. They stretch it out
By a ball length.
as we look through the legs of those Sherwood Warriors.
Yep.
It is. Pretty good eyesight there,
Yeah. Hey,
Al Thomas.
what is this, 13th game? 3rd time I've been right. Been wrong, what, about 22 times?
First down for Old Mill
3 wideouts.
from their own 45-yard line. Damian Ferragamo and his Patriots trying to get to their first state
Oh, a
final.
guy moved.
And that
Yes,
play
sir.
will be whistled down.
Offensive right tackle moved.
Mecca
There
Oprah.
haven't been very many turnovers in this game.
No, there haven't.
No fumbles or interceptions.
Most of the,
Has there been a fumble?
no,
Hadn't been an interception.
no.
3 wideouts.
First down and 15 for Old Mill. Off the procedure penalty. Josh Furman hit at the line, knocked down. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. Phil Dirty says no way as he shakes his head and comes back to the Sherwood defensive huddle. His ability to shed blockers is amazing.
Yeah.
He keeps his head up, looking for the ball, and makes the tackle.
All 183 pounds of him.
Joe Thornton under center for Old Mill.
Reverse.
He's going to throw the ball. He's hit while he releases
That might be
it.
an interception.
Oh, he slipped as he turned to make a play on the ball.
I thought that might. be an interception.
Ortiz Jones would have had the interception if he hadn't lost his footing.
You know, this first game he started. He's a 10th grader. And he's in there because Britt played both ways.
And he couldn't go.
And they have a couple, and Hubbard's hurt. They got a couple of injuries.
We're going to see Old Mill out of the shotgun. Clements, single setback.
Oh, somebody moved.
No flags, ball's loose. Incomplete. Cover 2 for Sherwood down deep. Danny Hunt down there along with Jamal Merritt. Stops the clock. Where'd you see the movement?
I thought the guy in the slot moved. Guess not. See, this 6, the ball's overthrown, and he's running into the back of the deep backs, and then he crying that it's a penalty, and it's not. Absolutely isn't.
Davidson on to punt again for Old Mill.
Be careful.
Kai Hopkins, Jamal Merritt. Deep for Sherwood. Punts away, end over end.
Catch it. Ah, not on a knee. Of course, that's better than letting it roll down.
Kai Hopkins with the knee at the 35-yard line. The fourth quarter is brought to you by MCT Federal Credit Union. Check out the rates for home mortgages and car loans. Get more with MCT. Go to mctfcu.org for more information. Scott Wyckoff with Al Thomas, our director Tony Natoli, our VOLI sports crew tonight at Sherwood High School in Sandy Spring. The Class 4A state semifinals. Sherwood leading 13-12 with 8:25 remaining in regulation.
Sherwood and Twins. They've been run mostly wing.
Split to the right. Hopkins carries for 4. And a special thanks to Nike Team for providing clothing for our crew tonight on the VOLI Sports Montgomery County High School Game of the Week. Sherwood looking
Come on, Coach.
to defend their state championship. Winners in 4A last year over Linganore.
Watch that guy start count.
The Warriors break for the line. Jamal Merritt.
No, he's
Actually,
not.
Alex
Good count.
Denman wide to the right. Pignone keeps it himself
I think they called that.
to about the 40-yard line, setting up a 3rd and long for Sherwood. Randy Spann, another tackle for Old Mill. For a team that gave up 55 points last week, this Old Mill defense has played an amazing game tonight
They sure am.
compared to 1 week ago. It was that extra day of rest. This game pushed back 1 day because of the field conditions here at Caruso Stadium. 3rd and long for Sherwood at their own 40-yard line. A.J.
Draw.
Pignone on the draw.
Ah, nothing.
And it was A.J. Butler who got through and made the tackle. And Sherwood will now have to punt.
How'd you like to be Arundel? Score 55 and lose. Hey,
And they gave up
58.
and 414 to one guy.
Good snap.
Garland's punt is
Ah,
away.
no, not a good one. Not for him.
It'll roll inside the 40, out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, that's only 25 yards. That's not good for him at all.
But no return.
Big series. Old Mill can hold that ball the entire time. They can even get down and kick a field goal. 3 wideouts.
And they're going to go out of the shotgun on 1st
4
down.
wideouts.
High snap, rolling right, direct snap to Josh Furman.
Oh.
The Wildcat, Furman.
Somebody got rolled over there from Sherwood.
Brought down at the 45. The first time tonight we've seen that direct snap to the tailback. Josh Furman picks up good yardage.
See, now we don't have a rewind. Boy, somebody got rolled over. Furman again. Yep.
He'll take
Running
the
it.
snap up the middle, over midfield to the Sherwood 49-yard line. Alex Evans in on the tackle for Sherwood along with Phil Doherty.
Sherwood needs bad snap.
And Old Mill right
Four
back.
wideouts.
They're
Four
spreading
wideouts.
everybody out.
Somebody isn't covered over here. He just
He's just going to run it.
missed tackle by the linebacker.
Ubenhorst hauls down Furman, but it's the Wildcat offense that's working for Coach Damon Ferragamo now, and Old Mill is moving the ball. But it looks as though Furman might have been hurt on that play. I think he's sitting on the bench now.
Now back in the eye.
Joe Thornton under center. Hand off to Clements. Clements.
Missed tackle.
Clements close to the first down at the 31-yard line. Old Mill moving the football now after Sherwood took the 1-point lead.
Linebacker right there. You know which one it is. Can't get a number.
The play comes in from the Old Mill sidelines. First down at the Sherwood 31. Clements slips and goes down.
Tried to make, here's Furman. Looks like he's coming back in. We just want to take a little break.
Carry the ball as many times as he does and also play D-back and linebacker, why not? Let's see if they go back to the direct snap, and they will. So with Furman back in, Thornton, the quarterback, goes out. Josh Furman brings down a high snap, looks to turn the corner, keeps bowling ahead. Knocked out of bounds at about the 25-yard line.
Two big plays right here. High snap. They got guys there, but they're not tackling.
So it's kind of the ace in the hole for the Old Mill coaching staff, this Wildcat with Furman. The first time we've seen it tonight, and it has worked.
They're in the eye.
With Joe Thornton at quarterback. Let's see if they call the procedure on Old Mill.
They're going to call Sherwood for lining up offsides. No? Offside. Oh.
Adam Palmer knew it with his hands on his hips. And the clock will continue to roll. 4:04. Now left to go in regulation. Old Mill driving. 3rd and long, though, now at the Sherwood 30 after the offside penalty out of the I formation. Thornton, short drop, looks to throw, does, caught to the 25. And knocked out of bounds.
He's short.
Dion Briggs made the catch. They'll spot it at the 25. He needs to get to the 22.
Little bubble. Nice throw. Nice catch.
Alex Cole.
Hang on.
Helped knock him out of bounds. So here it goes.
This is a big play. Trips. Is anybody going to cover it?
3 receivers.
Nobody's over there.
To the right side.
Nobody's over there.
They're going to run up the middle. Furman.
Fumble.
Furman fumble football. Sherwood got it. Off the fumble by Josh Furman. With 3:49 left to go in regulation. Furman had first down yardage, but he coughed up the football. Alex Cole is not going to give that football away. Well, he finally does. The direct snap to Furman. Oliver Pettinati knocked the ball free, and Alex Cole fell on it.
First turnover. Oh, what a good time for Sherwood.
3:49
gotta
left
be
to
neutral.
go in regulation.
Got to be neutral. Good turnover for Sherwood. Not Old Mill. See what happens.
So
Gotta
the
hold on
Warriors
ball.
break for the line of scrimmage. A.J. Pignone, the handoff to Hopkins. Hopkins
Keep
going
your feet.
free. He's going.
He's gonna
Actually,
get caught.
it's Sumner
He's getting
Wubenhorst.
caught.
Wubenhorst down the near sidelines. Wubenhorst knocked down at the 28-yard line. What a run by Sumner Wubenhorst. He scored the go-ahead touchdown, and now he has put the ball deep in Old Mill territory. And he taps his helmet to say, I want to come off. Sumner Wubenhorst.
Here he comes. Block down, kick out. 8 misses him, and 3 misses him. Well, they're 2 good players. Missed them. Boy, they got some speed, Old Mill. Wubenhorst on the track team, too.
Next man up, Sumner Wubenhorst.
Who
Takes
now?
it down.
Oh,
Sherwood lining up in the neutral zone.
First down, 15 yards to go. 32.
They'll mark it now at the 32-yard line. Clock winds. .311 left to go in regulation. Adam Berger, the Sherwood center. 5'11", 221, snaps it back
Trap.
to A.J. Pignone.
Ah.
Phil Doherty
trap.
inside the 30 to the 28-yard line on the carry by Phil Doherty.
Into the 28-yard line. Second, 11.
So still second and long, 11 yards for that Sherwood offense now. Old Mill, the Patriots, thinking about a turnover now. They need to get the ball back with 2.5 minutes left to go in regulation. The toss to Hopkins.
Oh, not good running there.
And he gets
He's
back to what looks to be the original line of scrimmage. Dwayne Goddard makes a tackle for Old Mill.
Boy, they got a tough situation here. That'd be a 40.
Well, apparently they didn't turn the marker.
There's some yards.
They had the marker on third down in the last play.
No, this
So- So now it'll be 3rd and 11. Out of the eye. Merritt to the top of your screen. Cohen split left. Handoff. Wubenhorst. He puts his head down. He pulls ahead to the 21-yard line.
I don't know. You're going to go with a field goal?
Take a break. We'll be back on the Class 4A state semifinals on the Verizon Fios 1 Game of the Week. Sherwood right up to the line of scrimmage. They're going to go for it.
Little trap.
4th and 5. Didn't like the look they got on defense, so A.J. Pignone pulls off the line and makes a call, and we'll keep an eye on number 12 on the Sherwood sidelines. Andy Estrain. He doesn't have his helmet snapped on. I see him down on the
They made
sidelines.
the decision. They're going for it.
But a good sign, even though he's hurt, is that Josh Hertz is back. There's Andy Estrain, the senior kicker. All Gazette is junior year. Will once again be an All Gazette kicker. You know, he'd like the opportunity to
You know,
go
that's,
bang one through.
There's Josh Hertz down there on the sideline, equipment off,
He was
on
hurt.
crutches.
He was hurt early in the game. Has
Some-
come back to watch his teammates. Here we go. Merritt wide to the left. Cohen split left. Doherty the fullback. Wubenhorst actually rubbed up the middle, spins ahead,
Didn't make it.
and will be short. We'll stop the clock.
He didn't make that.
Now they're going to stop the clock and bring the chains over.
Oh, he didn't make
Spot the ball at the 18-yard line. Looks like you had to get to the 17 for the first down.
That's an yard short. Oh, here we go.
Have your defense ready if you're Sherwood. Get that offense ready if you're Old Mill. Looks like Old Mill's offense is ready to get out there.
What a shame. It's good yard short. See? I mean, how do you measure that? Here we go.
So it's come down to the final minute 31 in regulation. Old Mill at their own 18-yard line. Alex Cole will be the deep D-back for Sherwood. Ortiz Jones, the sophomore.
4 wideouts.
Up tight on coverage to the right side. Snap to Joe Thornton. Thornton out in the flat. Gets it out to Jason Clements. Clements with some running room over the 30 to the 31-yard line. Ortiz Jones, the sophomore, makes the tackle.
Screen pass.
Did he go out of bounds? They spotted at the 31. Officials are going to confer to see if he in fact went out of bounds or not.
No, they're claiming the clock didn't move.
Spotted right now at the 31-yard line. The clock shows 1:32 on the field.
That was a 2-second play. Officials up here in the booth with us. People are.
So out of the shotgun again, Joe Thornton sprints out to the right. Thornton will be kept in bounds. He's out over to the 42-yard line.
They got their timeout, see, so.
The clock stops as they move the chains.
The other thing is a field goal. Sprint out.
You saw him get out to the outside and then turn it
Kept
upfield.
it in bounds. Missed tackle, 2 missed tackles.
Thornton again. Looks, throws,
Go.
down the middle. Could be interception. Oh! Just off
no.
the hands of Jamal Merritt.
Oh,
Merritt
no.
run into by Danny Hunt, who is also going for the ball. And it's incomplete. Minute 15 left to go. As the Old Mill Patriots look over to their bench to get the call from Damian Ferragamo. Senior quarterback Joe Thornton. He'll run it up the middle.
Run.
He's tackled. The ball comes loose. Pat Sumner down there for Sherwood. And the ball is recovered by Chad Hicks. Just over a minute left to go in regulation.
He did fumble it, but they recovered it.
Now the ball's at the Sherwood 45-yard line.
What's this?
The clock runs. Again, out of the gun. Time to throw. Airs it out to the near side. Caught.
Oh,
down to the Sherwood 10-yard line. Going up to bring it down is Dominic Gibson. Gibson, 5'10", 180, brings it down.
Cole slip, 11.
With 54 seconds left to go. Alex Cole.
They're going to run a ball now. Watch 11. Cole, he slips. He had slipped. That's what happened.
And the Sherwood, I believe it's the Warriors, are going to take the timeout.
No. Was it?
Well, it was last week that Old Mill won in double overtime on a field goal.
Well, it won't be overtime.
That was Brad Cummings. He has missed on both of his extra point attempts tonight. the Patriots.
They're gonna
First
run the
and
ball.
10 from the Sherwood 10. And you got to believe they're going to give Josh Furman a chance at it.
Absolutely. They might go that wildcat. No, they're going to go the I. They're going to give it to Furman.
Josh
Somebody
Furman.
has to make a play. Penalty 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's only 11 guys. What's the penalty? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, there's 12. Unbelievable.
So they'll put it down at the 5-yard line. Thornton. And now they throw another flag.
On who? Another one on Sherwood?
They move it half the difference to the goal now.
Quarterback sneak. Nope.
Handoff Furman.
Touchdown.
Furman down to the 1-yard line and pushed back. Patrick Sumner, Greg Grant, and Joey Carswell on the tackle for Sherwood.
Cut back. Hit.
Here they go. Along the line. The
Fumble.
quarterback dives down.
He fumbled the
Came
snap.
loose.
He fumbled the snap.
The ball came loose. Sherwood says they have it. The crowd reaction will let you know.
They're not going to give it to him. They are not going to give it to him. Oh, pockets. I tell you, well, I like to keep my mouth shut.
Sherwood came up with the ball, but they must have whistled him down before he came up with it. Jamal Merritt pleading the Warriors' case,
Boy, oh boy.
and
You know,
Old Mill had to take the timeout.
You don't want a game decided by officials. This is
Right down in the goal line. Too many men penalties against Sherwood, and then what appeared to be a fumbled snap on the quarterback keeper. One of the Warriors came up, held the ball high in the air,
yeah.
so they break for the line.
There's two of them over there. There's two of them over there.
At the top of the screen.
And there's only one D-back.
Now
Look at that.
now they walked them both off the field. Those two receivers walked off the field.
What are they? Now they're moving the chains or your measure.
Number 2, Dion Briggs, wide to the right side, along with Chad Hicks. And the only player over there in a blue jersey was Jamal Merritt. First down. That was kind of an afterthought, the measurement.
You know.
Here we go. The Patriots up on the ball.
There's
the
two
Sherwood
of them,
defense
baby.
digs in.
They already put one guy on two. They're just saying, I dare you to throw. He got it in. Penalty on who?
There's a flag thrown. The line judge.
This guy has thrown more flags than any coach, or any game I've ever seen one side judge, ever.
The flag sits on the 5-yard line. That says a lot. You've been coaching a while.
Why? How many has he thrown? 5, 6, 7? I don't care against who it is.
Illegal procedure against Old Mill. 23 seconds on the scoreboard clock.
There's why that.
Nobody's sitting down in the stands here at Sherwood. out of the eye. The toss.
Touchdown.
Touchdown, Josh Furman. Furman on the toss, took it in. Furman got the corner. And he's able to take it in. And Old Mill has regained the lead, 18-13, with 17 seconds left to go. They're going to go for two now after the two missed extra points by Cummings. Furman, who just scored the touchdown, runs up the middle. Furman,
he's in.
Bulls ahead into the end zone for the two-point conversion. 20-13 with 17 seconds to go. A drive for Old Mill that started back at their 20-yard line. He started it into the left, took it to the right, and it's been the Josh Furman show for the Old Mill Patriots. So he gets a big hug on the sidelines. His second touchdown of the night.
Well, I mean, you're down there on your goal line. You get back-to-back 12-men penalties. Hey, that's not good. I mean, that's... All right, finish up with class, man. I mean, run it back.
So the Old Mill Patriots looking now to go to their first state championship game. They made it to the state semis the last time in 2005. This is their 12th playoff appearance, but they have never made it to the state championship game. Sherwood now on with their special teams uptight. Brad Cummings will kick off for Old Mill. These Patriots have played in two unbelievably exciting games. The quick kick taken by Wubenhurst. Sumner Wubenhurst to the 50-yard line. With 12 seconds left to go on the scoreboard on the field, Sherwood returns with their offense. What a drive by Old Mill. Backed up in their own territory, inside their own 20. It was the big pass that was caught by Chad Hicks. A pass from midfield. He brought it down at the 10-yard line. And then after that, it was taken into the end zone by Josh Furman for the go-ahead touchdown.
Throw it deep. See what
A.J. Pignone rolls to the right. Throws incomplete. Clock stops with 8 seconds left to go. Patriots pinning their ears back and going after the Sherwood quarterback, A.J. Pignone. The junior has won 10 of his 12 starts this season. Gonna need to pull something out of a hat to get one here.
Well, it'll have to be a jump ball, tipped, or
penalty.
But he can't. He's not even have enough time to throw it.
Tough footing too. Pignone steps up, airs
it
it out. A.J. Pignone.
Interception.
And that'll do it. The interception made by Dwayne Goddard. And the Old Mill Patriots will go to their first state championship as they've beaten the Sherwood Warriors 20-13 on the road here tonight. Old Mill, their first ever state championship appearance in Baltimore. It was the Hail Mary by A.J. Pignone that was brought down by Dwayne Goddard. And Coach Damian Ferragamo and his Old Mill Patriots are headed to the state championship game to take on Wise at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. We'll be back to wrap it up in just a moment in the Class 4A state semifinals on the VOLI Sports Montgomery County High School Game of the Week on Verizon Fios One.
I am here with Old Mill head coach Damian Ferragamo after Old Mill's 20-13 victory over Sherwood in the state semifinals. Damian, it's the first time you guys get to play for the state championship.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, and it's been a long, hard road as it's been for every school that's playing in Week 13. And I'll tell you, we're proud as can be and take it very seriously to represent Anne Arundel County in the state championship game.
I mean, this is the way to do it. Last drive, you have a minute and a half to go 80-plus yards for the game-winning touchdown.
And yeah, and people say we can't throw the football, right? We practice that stuff, and then a lot of people say, Coach, when are we going to do this? And when we have to. And then Sherwood did a great job of. I mean, they did a great job against our pretty good offensive line and our set of running backs. Holding us to those points and us holding them. I thought we did a pretty good job too. I think the mud had a little bit to do with it. But right now, it doesn't matter how it happens. We're just happy to survive and get through this thing.
2 touchdowns. Tell us what you remember about your 2 touchdowns today.
There wasn't no easy touchdowns. Those are 2 hard touchdowns that I had, and I just credit my offensive line for giving me those 2 touchdowns.
Is Wildcat, is that something you guys do usually? Is that something new you did tonight?
No, we always do it when it's needing to get yards. I know that, if we're going Wildcat and I'm at the quarterback position, that I can get some yards at that position.
And what does it mean to you to go to Raven Stadium next week?
It means a lot because we actually made history for the first, taking Old Mill to the championship for the first time ever in our school history.
What a wild finish in the state semifinals, and Old Mill, for the first time in school history, will go to the state championship game. Coach Al Thomas, it came right down to the bitter end.
Right down to the almost the last play. They had that fumble on the goal line that Sherwood had the ball. It's just, they ruled that it wasn't a fumble, I guess. That would have been the game. The long pass that got him down there, the Sherwood defensive back slipped. I saw that. He lost his balance making a cut. Great player, it just happened. So the game could have gone either way. It was back and forth.
It turned into really what we built at the beginning, the Josh Furman show, with Cyrus Britt out. Only was able to carry the ball a couple times for Sherwood with an ankle injury. It was Josh Furman, and he is one great high school football player.
Yeah, he sure is. You know what? He was a good defensive player. He was playing safety, and I wouldn't be surprised he led the team in tackles. They were bringing that safety down so hard, and Sherwood just didn't have much success at all in their passing game, and there were just too many people there for them to block.
So Old Mill advances to the state championship game for the Sherwood Warriors. Their season ends at 10-3. For Coach Al Thomas and our entire VOLI sports crew, this is Scott Wyckoff saying so long tonight from Sandy Spring.